166.9.
I speak unto thee this day, and I say that I, the living God, do call thee to be identified with me. That is, I call thee to take up the identity, to walk in the same way that I provide, and be ever thankful for the same. For I say there are multitudes, endless multitudes, who claim they are mine, yet I say they refuse to be identified with me. But I say they choose instead identity with the world and the vanities of the same, and I say they are proven to be fools before me. For I say that I, the living God, never called thee to seek to be identified with the wretched, with the sinful, with the wayward, the rebellious fools who are headed to their own damnation. But I say that I've called thee to seek to be identified with me, for it is me, the living God, who does give to thee redemptive mercy. And I say, if you will indeed be fully embracing your identity with me, I say that you will not be doubtful as to your mercy, that is, as to the mercy that I've given unto thee. Now I say this day there are many in this hour, they claim they are mine, yet I say they are sowing doubt and unbelief, they are sowing fear, they are sowing a lack of trust in me. And I say all the while they see themselves as some great scholars, some great teachers, but I would ask thee, what do? I say they bring division, they bring subjectivity to doubt, to fear, to unbelief, then they are so proud of the same. But I say they are not indeed at all directing others to be identified with me. Now I say, if a man will be identified with me, he will not doubt my mercy unto him. And if a man will be identified with me, he will not live in disputation with me. But I say that he will be thankful for the privilege to be brought forth, to be redeemed, to be guided in life. For I say you are not meant to be sowing the seeds of doubt and fear, mistrust and accusation against me, but rather you are meant to be sowing the seeds of faithfulness and truth and belief in me. Now I say this day that I, the living God, never called my people to walk in a way whereby they are proud of their own expertise and ever bragging of the same. But I say that I've called my people to walk humbly before me, to be thankful, to be serving me, to be brought forth in my way. For I say, if you really will identify with me, you are identified with truth. But I say, if you are seeking to be identified with the world and the vanity of the same, no, your identity is in lies. Now I say this day that I, the living God, have called my people to perceive, to receive, and accept the burden for the lost that is heavy upon me. That is, to care about those who are perishing in their sins and to give to them the way of mercy that I provide. For I say you are not meant to turn a man away from the water when he is indeed thirsty for the same. That is, by putting on a show of fancy theological footwork that only sows unbelief, mistrust, and doubt about me. But I say instead you are meant to be identified with me to the extent that you can indeed lead souls forth in me. That is, that you can indeed give to them the hope of who I am, that they will grab hold of the same. For I say that men left to themselves will flounder, they will fall, and I say they will perish in sin. But I say when men are united unto me, then they can be brought forth in the newness of life that I provide. Now I say there are many who think they are clever in all of their crafty inventions, but I say they sow doubt and fear and unbelief. And I say they sow mistrust of me because they think their theology is so sophisticated. But I say they are nothing but fools who have been duped by deceiving demons and led astray. For I say they lead others into the same ditch that they are in, then they think they have done some great thing. But I say that I, the living God, do look for the ones who have their faith, their confidence, their trust in me, and I say the same are well-pleasing unto me. That is, if the ones who are my people or claiming to be so will be giving forth the words of life, will be giving forth the words of truth and guiding others in the same, then they are well-pleasing. But I say when men will say they are mine, yet try to draw others unto their own twisted theologies, what do? I say they simply show their own lack of trust and faith and confidence in me. For I say if any man will seek to be the only one. He is proven to be the ultimate fool. Now I say this day that I, the living God, do give the truth and the light, and I say you are meant to grab hold of the same. And I say the more that you have your faith in me, the more you are well-pleasing unto me. For I say that the ones who are justified before me are the ones who have their faith in me. And I say if any man will believe and trust and hope in me, he is not made ashamed. Now I say this day, when you see the ones that love to put doubtful disputation upon salvation, why is it so? I say it is because they have an inward root of wickedness that they will not deal with in their own lives. Therefore they want to cruelly abuse others with the same unbelief that they are under, but I say that it is not of me. And I say it is because they refuse to bring those things to me and let me, the living God, purge them of the same, that they are vexed. Now I say this day that I, the living God, do not call thee to an evil heart of unbelief, but I say that I call thee to be confident in me. That is, I call thee to keep your trust, your faith ever in me, and not in the fancy footwork of theological experts who are demons at heart. I say that I call thee to walk uprightly, trusting me in the simplicity of faith that I delight to find in my own. For I say it is not by sophistication that men gain the kingdom, but I say it is by simply trusting, believing, and hoping in me. That is, if a man will hope in me, then he will indeed walk uprightly. He will indeed be thankful for the truth and the light upon the path. Now I say this day that I, the living God, do not intend that living in me would be a complicated matter brought about by the works of men. That is, brought about by men and all of their imaginary requirements that you have to jump through. For I say it is simple to trust, to believe, have faith in me, if it is me that you love. And I say if you look to me as the author and the finisher, then I say you are brought forth in my way. Now I say this day that I, the living God, do not call my people to be showing off all that they know, but I say that I call my people to be knowing me. And I say when a man will truly come into me and remain in me, I say that he will not be a proud boasting fool, nor will he be bragging of all that he knows when really he does not know anything at all if he's not knowing me. For I say for all of the theological training and learning that men achieve, I say their knowledge counts for naught if they refuse to come into me. That is, if they refuse to abandon themselves unto me and walk in my way, then I say the knowledge they have is merely that which puffs up. For I say the true knowledge is that which comes of knowing me. That is, of obeying me, of walking in the way that I desire and require, of not looking to strut yourself, but rather looking to be a humble servant unto me, ever being guided in my way. Now I say this day that I, the living God, do give thee the way that is straight and narrow, and if you remain in the same, then you are well-pleasing. That is, if you serve me in the attitude of gratitude, ever thankful to be guided by me. I say this day that I, the living God, do not call men to give way to the leaven of pride, and likewise come under my wrath. For I say when men are proud and arrogant, and conceited in their so-called knowledge, I say they are no better than the Pharisees, the scribes, whom I detested, for I say the Spirit is not of me. Now I say this day that I, the living God, find pleasure in those who trust their lives, who trust their finance, who trust their very livelihood, who trust their direction unto me. That is, the ones who are willing to put themselves in my hands and believe that I guide them forth. But I say when men and women are dependent, reliant upon the arm of flesh, and that includes self-reliance, what do they prove? They prove they are suspicious, mistrusting, and thinking they are the ones who redeem their own souls. I say, how stupid and dull can a man be to think that he knows it all, to think that he's so superior in his knowledge, yet I say he refuses to know me. I say this day that I, the living God, do give to my own the way that is truth, and if they will but cherish the same, they are ever kept in me. But I say when the ones who claim they are mine will go a-whoring, after any other thing, they prove they are not faithful unto me. I say this day, do not play the whorish tricks that you've learned in churchianity. Do not play the whorish tricks that you've lived in the world. But I say instead, be earnestly trying and seeking to be faithful and true unto me. That is, not playing around with things that I, the living God, do not intend for thee, not deviating and imagining you are something that you are not. But I say that I've called thee to walk circumspectly in me, redeeming the time, remaining in the straight and narrow way. Now I say this day, when men are full of rebellion, they will detest the cry of submission. They will detest the straight and narrow way. They will detest to walk uprightly. But I say it is not because those things are evil, but I say it is because of the evil in the man. I say this day, if you find that you are hating what it is that I have for thee, why is it so? I say it is because you are uncircumcised of heart and wanting your own way. Now I say this day that I, the living God, do not call thee to be in the trap, the snare of self-love, but I call thee to literally abhor your way, and seek for my way, desire my way, and be willing to be humbled by me. For I say, if you will indeed take the humility route that I provide, you are kept by me. But I say, if you go in the way of mocking proud fools, I say you will end in a heap of destruction, and of course you will be under my wrath. I say this day that I, the living God, do not call my people to come under the wrath, but I say they do it to themselves because of rebellion against me. But I say, if you will walk circumspectly, you will find that my mercies are ever present to guide thee forth. I say this day, be thankful that I, the living God, do give to thee the way wherein you can be guided and identified with me. For I say your identity is meant to be in me, to remain in me, to come forth in me. Now I say this day, be glad for the privilege to continue, be glad for the privilege to be uplifted and guided by me. And I say, be thankful that you do not need to exhibit yourself, but I say you can learn to exhibit me. That is, by bowing down and being submitted unto my way, I say that you can bring forth the fruit that is well-pleasing. But I say, if you are ever striving to promote yourself, I say you are promoting a fool. I say this day that I, the living God, do not find pleasure in fools, but I say that I find my joy in the ones who will walk circumspectly, the ones who will walk uprightly, and the ones who will be guided in me. Therefore I say, be thankful that you can be receiving truth and light, mercy and hope and peace day by day, that you can indeed be receiving the counsel that I, the living God, do give, that will guide thee in the way of eternal life, that you can indeed be receiving the counsel that I give, ever made glad for the privilege to continue, the privilege to be uplifted and directed by me. Now I say, do not weary yourself by the ways of the world, but I say instead, be thankful that it is me, the living God, who gives thee the way of life. And I say, be coming forth, ever guided, directed, corrected, and shown that I am indeed well able. I say this day, do not accept the spirits of pride, for I say they are abomination unto me. And I say, do not be seeking for some special way that makes you superior, for I say there is not such a way. I say it is merely a deception sent to separate you from the way that I provide. I say this day, be thankful, be thankful, be thankful that it is me, the living God, who does care for thee, that it is me, the living God, who will guide thee in truth and light, if you will accept my counsel. That is, I give thee the counsel of life, that you can indeed be identified with me. Now I say, when you look upon the proud works of men, and oh, say they are so flashy, they are so trashy, they are so full of the world. And all the while they claim those things are of me, it is not true. For I say they are full of the vanity of their own way, they are deceiving themselves. But I say they love the deception of their own conception because of pride. I say this day, do not walk in proud boasting, but I say learn to humbly serve me and be thankful for my way. And I say, do not brag over one great event, but continue to work for me, to labor for me, till you learn to shut your mouth and be thankful unto me. For I say it is me, the living God, who is meant to be exalted, and not your own selves.
Liar, as it is written.
Well, I lie all the time. Well, yeah, you lie all the time, but you're not a liar.
Let God be true, though everyone were a liar.
Sometimes bad things happen to good people.